Oh wow, I gotta. All right, I'm gonna break it down. Um, so Natalie is just hanging out on, I don't know, like the museum, just trying to look at some replications that she looked like the real Natalie when all those years ago. So she tries to trying to imitate her, and then she gets attacked by Slug as she gets attacked, she gets grabbed by Slug from a truck, and they try and take her away because Parker wants to use the suit to match up his abilities. So while that Zeal and Riri talking about, by the way, the cape that Hood has got is from Mephisto, and she pretty much explains the basics of from Doctor Strange about Caecilius and where he came from. Of course, we know we've seen the comics, we've seen the movie, so we already know what's going on. But then of course, Rod, Jerry, and Clown all break into the place and basically they almost do almost like something out of Iron Man 3. You know when Tony was trying to find out about what's going on with the Extremis program, and you had the Extremis soldier attacking him. It's very similar to that, almost, but different, obviously. And you see that they're trying to attack her. They think that they're trying to think that she killed. They're trying to because they stole her after losing John. So like, we're going after you because you did this, but actually it wasn't. He was dying from, of course, house gas. We already know that. And then she tries to fight him off without the suit, which was nice to see. And I like that later. The water's on the floor, and then Ron and Jerry tried to attack her. Then they use she pretty much activates the force field around them so they can't attack her and all that. And then she tries to escape. Contra goes after her, and then she sees the truck. They see the truck, and she's running. And then Natalie's trying to break out of her captivity, and then she jumps out. Then she grabs back to Riri. They do this epic, almost like Iron Man 1 thing when he's holding onto the car, and then she does. But it's different. She does like a ground attack onto the car, and then the truck flips, and then she sees Slug, and she puts like a middle finger up, like She-Hulk style, like fuck you. That was great. And then she tries to escape, and then out of nowhere, electricity just brings her down. She's malfunctioning, and you find out that Ezekiel has become Metal Man, I think, his character in the books. He's basically he's a villain, and he makes up electricity in his new suit and all of that. And then he's like, "Oh, you said I was trying to be different from my dad," but basically he becomes like his dad anyway. And then he takes the helmet away, and then she tries to come back, and then she goes back to her mom saying, "What you do? What's all this stuff going on is crazy." In this heart moment, she's all like, "I just want to leave." But then mom's like, "No, I know you've been obsessed with this iron suit for years and flossing Jerry and Natalie and what's going on? Tell me what happened because I wanted to protect us." And then there's this heart moment, and then she really acknowledges and reconciles, "Yeah, Chicago's home, and we're gonna fix this together." And then of course Xavier opens the box with a little note in it, which has Star Trek symbol, which astronaut Kevin Feige is also a big Star Trek fan, and that's why in Avengers Endgame, for example, fun fact, at the end where they have the OG6 have the signature, that's not the Star Trek, which was kind of a little fun now. He's done a few nice new, some new, but some might not. But that was pretty good. And then Riri, Nat, and her mom all go down to the garage and put on a holographic barf technology flashback when Riri and her stepdad were just talking about "Oh, you should be out playing outside like a regular kid." And then she gets hit on the head, and that's where and then this little metal piece that comes from the word Ironhead, and that's where it comes from. And then they have this hot dance moment, which was nice. And they all come together and "Yeah, let's work together to stop Parker and all that." So then Landon comes in and Xavier joins in, and they all work together in this cool montage to build a new suit to mix it with magic. And then we see that Ezekiel comes home, and then he's about to fry his neighbor, but then John comes over, and you realize that Parker puts some modifications into his new suit, so basically like, he controlled Parker pretty much like a toy. So you're like, oh Jesus! And they go to the mansion where Parker's dad is, because he and his father the fallout, because like, oh, you left, after mom died, you just we wanted attention because I was in trouble, and his father's like saying nothing personal, and then Parker gets his father out of the building and he's like, get me out of this, I should own this place, I should be running the thing, I should be running all of this. And you see a bit of the devil's voice, so I think they're tying the Mephisto at the end. I hope so, I want to see him done right. And then you see his fit, and you see more of that Caecilius sigils just forming around his body. We're going to see more of it, hopefully, in the finale. And then they try on the new suit, which is pretty nice. A mixture of the Hot Rods car that we saw on Wakanda Forever and this show mixed with this. I wish they went more of the more purple and yellow, but maybe we'll get that in the future, like after Doomsday Secret Wars, or even in the future. We're gonna see more, obviously, when we get like the X-Men. That's a whole different. That's gonna be way ahead of the future. But let's focus on now. It's starting to work well. You can see the magic forming around the suit and even inside as well. But then Natalie starts like malfunctioning, and you're like, oh, they've gone too far. And at the ending, you're like, oh shoot, they just lost Natalie, and I was scared. I'm like, we can't lose Natalie. Now I'm hoping to see if they can bring her back or not. I gotta say, let's just hope this finale's great. Let's fingers crossed. I got my fingers crossed like here. Let's go.